First off, I have to say that I've had some personal issues lately that has affected everything in life. Videos, forest, everything else is pretty low priority right now, but I will try to resume this and take care. I'm doing a bark beetle update because I want them to be accurate in time, but other videos will have to fall behind. Had one more tree we had found. This is a while back. I haven't gotten around to that, but there are very few beetles. I also have a few beetle questions here if anyone isn't good at them. What triggers them? Are they mainly temperature controlled? Because lately, well, we had a little bit hot this spring, but overall the summer has been quite cold and rainy. And lately we had temperatures during the night that I think have been in the single digits. Could they have been triggered to hibernate? Yeah, some work with the brush cutter has been done earlier, even if I'm far behind on what I planned on getting done this summer. Back to the bark beetles. The traps have been out for almost a little over 2.5 months by now, and the pheromones should last. I think it's 12 or 16 weeks, uncertain about that. But I see very little in the traps. Could they have gotten a trigger to hibernate because of the rainy and cold weather? Or because the generation that even if the offspring it's been bad, they have had a few larvae developing to beetles this year. The second generation or first generation this summer should be have swarmed by now, I would guess, but I see very little in the traps. So if that's good or bad, I don't really know. There are a few other beetles. This was a big boy in this trap, but everything that's not bark beetles I'm trying to let out and stay in the nature. The first few traps I've had very little in them all season. I haven't really spent a lot of time walking around searching for trees that have been attacked. I missed recording trap number 3. I did find, I think it's 3 or 4 more trees very close to the one that was tipped over and debarked in the beginning on of the video, so there has been a bit of an outbreak here. I have not really seen a lot. This is the trap that's closest to that area. It hasn't had really a whole lot in previous videos either, but not as little as now. There has been more of them there. And in this that I call trap number 8, I had plenty of them ant beetles that they say are enemies of the bark beetles. It was at least 4 or 5 of them alive, and I think one that seemed dead, so these I take extra care, even if it's bad focus in the video, to preserve and let go. You will probably never eradicate the bark beetle, but if you can reduce the effect of them to manageable levels. Still up north it has not been as bad as some areas in the south, and as you see, very few beetles. The last few traps have been the traps that caught quite a lot of them earlier in the summer. Here I also had a big boy, like black and yellow beetle, looked a little like a bumblebee almost, and it was kind of attacking a bumblebee. For some reason I tend to catch a few bumblebees in the traps, and I don't like that. I like my bumblebees. Very few beetles. So that's about it for now. We'll see how I manage to find time for the forest and all of that. It's a hectic time right now.